Hello, good morning students. Welcome back in our science online class. Today we are going to learn about types of joints. See students, already our body is made up of hard, strong bones. Okay, and these bones cannot be bent. Whatever the skeleton is there, so that skeleton is made up of bones, and bones cannot be bent. For example, this is the bone. Can you bend this? No, because this is the hard or rigid, strong bone. That is why we cannot bend. But is it possible to do work without any movement of bones? Not at all. So we need to bend down, we need to move our arms, yes or no? For example, while walking, we need to move our lower arm of legs, yes or no? So actually they move. While writing also, we hold the pen marker. For holding also, we need to bring the all fingers together to hold the pen. Suppose or imagine if these fingers are made up of one single bone. At that time, can you able to bend the fingers? No, student. We cannot bend the fingers if they would made of single bone. One more thing again, while eating, we bend our arm at elbow joint. So for example, this is our elbow joint. Do you know? This is the elbow joint where the two bones meet together. One is upper arm, means from the shoulder region to the elbow, okay, this point, and this is the lower arm. So these two bones meet at one place, that is the elbow place, and that is why we call it as a elbow joint. So elbow joint allows the movement of lower arm up and down. Yes or no? That is why we can move up and down. Same way, the knee joint also shows the movement forward and backward. Now see, when these two bones are meet together, okay, so these both the bones are hold together with a strong connective tissues, and these strong connective tissues are called ligaments. So these ligaments are also very important to hold the bones together. And both the end, for example, this is the one bone and this is the second bone. When these two bones are joining together, so the outer covering of these bones, outer covering of this bone is made of cartilage, and this cartilage reduces the friction of bone. Due to this layer of cartilage, there will be a very less friction between the bones. Okay, so I hope you understood about the introduction of types of joints. Now in our body there are different kinds of joints. Some are freely movable joints which shows the movement, maximum movement, like ball and socket joint. Some joint shows slightly movable, okay, like hinge joint, pivot joint, and some joints some joints are fixed joints, means they don't show any movement but they are joint. Okay, So now on the basis of these, the types of joints are here. You can see there are different types of joints in the human skeleton, and these joints are help us to carry. For example, what is the importance of joints? For example, you see here, what is the importance of joints? For example, these joints help us to carry the person from one place to another place. Just now I said we do the different activities, and with these activities we cannot do without bending. So we need to bend our body. Okay, students. Now let us see the types of joints. You can see these are the notes. Okay, so you can prepare this way, otherwise you can use as it is. So there are 4 kinds of joints. As you can see, 4 types. So first one is the hinge joint. Okay. Second one, ball and socket joint. Third one, pivot joint, and then fixed joint. So how many types of joints are there? There are 4 types of joint, or these are the main types. Okay. In these, first one, hinge joint. Second one, ball and socket joint. Third one, pivot joint, and then we are going to learn about the fixed joint. Okay, so these are the 4 types of joints. Okay, and why the joints are important, so joints are important to bend our body. Okay, to help us to carry from one place to another and to do the different activities. Okay, now we are going to learn one by one joint with the help of their diagram. Okay, student. Now the first type we are going to learn, and that is hinge joint. Okay, so you can see now where this joint we can see hinge joint. If I will show you the figure, you can easily understand where the joint occurs. Now let us see first diagram. Okay, can you see this diagram, students? Yes. So hinge joint, what is meant by hinge actually? Okay, student, do you know the door? Okay, so while just you do one thing. When you close and open the door, okay, so while closing and opening the door, there is a one metal part which fixes the door to the frame. Yes, and frame doesn't move, but the door move forward and backward while closing and opening. So same way we can consider our hinge joint also. So frame is, that is a fixed bone, okay, immovable stationary bone, and on the rest position bone, and the door means that is the movable bone, forward and backward. So same here also, this is our the hinge joint example. So this is the elbow. Do you know? This is our elbow. Elbow, just now I said to you. Elbow means what? The place where 2 bones are meet. Okay. First one is, that is the upper arm, and this is the lower arm. And from a joint, that is called the elbow joint. Now you can see the elbow joint. So now in this is the upper arm, as you can see here. So upper arm, so the one bone on the one end of upper arm has ball-like structure. Can you see here? Ball-like, knob-like structure which is fixed into the cavity of another cavity, means that is the socket. Cavity or socket-like structure of the lower arm. And from a joint, that is called the elbow joint. Now this joint shows slightly movement, not free completely. Means we can move the hand, or we can move or we can bend our lower arm up to certain level. For example, if now suppose now I am trying, so I can bend just till here. Now I cannot bend down my lower arm again down. Why? Because this is the restricted area. Okay, because this part will come here, so this part will not allow bone to bend again down, and that is why the movement is restricted in hinge joint. So this is the example of hinge joint. So hinge joint. So how we can explain the hinge joint? So see here, the hinge joint allows the movement of bones only in one direction, that is forward and backward. One more time, hinge joint allows the movement only in one direction, that is forward and backward direction. So where these hinge joints occur? So especially the hinge joint occurs at elbow, then at knee, and the hinge joints occur at elbow, finger joint. Sorry, this is called common here. Finger joints and jaw. You know this lower jaw. So this slightly forward movement is there. So there also hinge joint is formed. Okay, students. So this is the first type example of hinge joint. Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. Elbow, knee joint, and finger joint or jaw. And what is the how we can define? The hinge joint allows the movement only in one direction, that is forward and backward. Okay, and then we can keep in mind this figure. Okay, this is the figure. Okay, here we can label this way. Okay, now we go to the next part. Next part, that is our ball and socket joint. Okay, now see students how the name is given, ball and socket joint. Actually, ball and socket joint means here two bones are again going to meet. Okay, because joint means what? The place where two or more bones meet. So actually here the one bone, the end of the one bone has ball-like structure, and one end of the another bone has socket-like structure. So this ball fits into the cavity, that is called the socket-like structure, and move in all the direction. So such a type of joint is called ball and socket joint. Okay, and this joint allows the maximum movement of the bone. For example, this shoulder joint. Do you know shoulder joint? Again, hip joint. So ball and socket joint occurs at shoulder joint and hip. Okay, so how we can define these? So we can define, in the ball and socket joint, the one bone has a round shape like a ball which fits into the socket in the other shape of the other bone. Suppose this is the one bone and this is the second bone. Okay, student. Now see, the one bone has ball-like structure. Okay, suppose this is the bone and one end of the bone has ball-like structure, and the second bone has the cavity-like structure. Suppose this is the second bone and this is the cavity-like structure. So this ball-like structure fixed into the cavity of another bone and shows the maximum movement, means in any direction. For example, this shoulder joint. Now suppose this is this upper arm, so ball-like structure fixed into the cavity of another bone, and now we can see this complete arm I can move in all the direction. Yes or no? So this is the maximum movement. Okay. So maximum movement shown only by the ball and socket joint. If you want to see the figure, okay, so I will show you the figure of ball and socket joint. Can you see this? Yes, this is the figure of ball and socket joint. Now see, this is one about the shoulder bone and this is about the hip bone figure. Okay, hip bone means this is the part. Okay, hip bone. where that part which we can use for the sitting. Okay. Now see here. So this is the pelvic bone. Okay. So here the ball-like structure fixed into the thigh bone has a ball-like structure which fixed into the cavity of pelvic bone and shows the movement, maximum movement. Same here also you can see. So this is our shoulder bone. Okay, this bone. This shoulder bone has the cavity-like structure, socket-like structure, and then this upper arm of our hand has ball-like structure which fixed into the cavity of the shoulder bone and form a joint that is called the ball and socket joint. And this joint allows the maximum movement. Okay, students. Next joint, that is the pivot joint. So what is the difference between this pivot joint and ball and socket? So one thing you keep in mind, student, ball and socket joint allows the maximum movement compared to the other joints. Now this pivot joint. Now we see here this pivot joint. Pivot joint, a cylindrical bone turns in a ring type of bone. So whatever the cylindrical bones are there, for example, now see if you touch with your fingers, just you touch the back side of your back with the help of fingers and just you roll on that part. So you will feel some hard-like structure. So that all are the vertebrae. Okay, that whatever the hard structures are, and all these vertebrae are arranged one after one and form a chain-like structure, and this chain-like structure are called backbone. Now see the first thing, that is the skull. The pivot joint exists between our skull and the top of the vertebrae. So if you see, this is the part, this is my skull and this is the top vertebrae. Okay. So this pivot joint is present between this present between the skull and top vertebrae, and this joint allows the movement side to side, up and down. Okay. So what is the importance? So this pivot joint allows the movement side to side. That is why I can turn my neck side to side, left side and right side, as well as up and down. So this movement I can do only due to the pivot joint. Okay. Now if you want to see the figure of pivot joint, you can see. So this is the figure of pivotal joint. Can you see here? So see here. This is the top vertebrae. Okay. This is neck region actually, and this pivot joint present between the skull. This part is called the skull, and these are the top vertebrae. So between these two joints, between these two parts, the pivot joint is present, and this joint allows the movement of our skull side to side. Okay, means left side, right side, and up and down. Okay. Next type, that is the next type, last type, that is the fixed joint. Now, fixed, actually what is meant by fixed? Means which cannot move or which cannot be moved. So same thing here, immovable means which cannot be moved. So in these joints, bone do not show any movement. They are fixed at their place. In some joints, the bones are held so tightly together that they cannot move at all. Such joints are called fixed joint. Do you know skull? Skull has fixed joint. Okay, this upper joint, upper joint is fixed to the skull, which cannot show any movement. So this is about the fixed. The fixed joints are immovable, means they don't show any movement, and the function of fixed joint is to protect the strength and support the body to protect the delicate. Now see what is the importance or what is the function of this fixed joint. So fixed joints are very important to protect the delicate organ like brain. Do you know? So brain is present inside the skull, and that skull has the skull has fixed joints. Then it also helpful to provide the strength and support. Strength and support, this organ is brain is the delicate organ and which is protected by the skull. Okay, and this skull is very strong and hard in nature. No one can break down easily. Yes or no? So this is about the joints. Okay, student. So I hope you understood the today's part, that is the types of joint. Okay, students. So what is the joint? The place where the two or more bones meet together. Such place called joint. Then the joint, or at the joint, both the bones are held together with connective tissue called ligaments. Okay, students. And then we saw the three types of joint. First one, hinge joint. Example of hinge joint. Yes, the elbow and knee joint. Okay. Then ball and socket joint. This joint we can see at the shoulder, okay, and in the hip region. And then pivot joint, and last one, fixed joint. Now today's new words. You can see here, this is the fixed joint. You can see here plate type bones of skull, and these are the fixed joints. Okay. So this is the upper jaw, which is fixed joint, and this is the lower jaw. Lower jaw shows the hinge joint that already I told to you. Okay, students. So this is the figure about the fixed joint. We can show such a type of figure. If somebody asks you draw a level diagram of fixed joint, okay, so you can draw this diagram. Okay, today's new words. Now see here, ligaments. So you can write the ligaments means connective tissues. Then socket means hollow space or empty space. Forearm means that is lower arm. Immovable means not able to move. And delicate means easy to damage or break. Okay. Now these are the hard words or new words for you. So you can prepare the living or you can write down on your textbook. Now next one, that is the today's homework. So this is the homework and you can do at home. First question, what type of joint connects our head to the neck? Second, what type of joints are mainly present in the skull? Then next, what type of joint makes our head turn from side to side? And next, what is a joint? Name 4 types of joints in the human body. And one more question, draw a level diagram to show the elbow joint. I hope you understood today's all these different types of joints. Remaining part is in our next video.